What's up, all you legends? Welcome back to part 20 of our Pokemon Unbound walkthrough. Right now, we're busy fast-forwarding our way all the way back to Dehara City. In the last video, we explored the Shadow Base and battled Boss Zeph, and we found out the backstory behind Marlin and Zeph himself. And it turns out Marlin is Redhead's father, which makes sense because they both have red hair, which we saw when Marlin was out his costume. But yeah, now we're just fast-forwarding all the way. We've got to make it back to Dehara City. We only explored about a quarter of it last time before we were teleported into the Ruins of Void. I think we just saw the department store and the game corner last time. So we're going to make it back to Dehara City and we're going to explore the rest of the city. And we still need to challenge the gym leader there. So that's what we got to do today. Hopefully we can beat the gym leader and we can have a look at the game corner again at some of the prizes. I do have my eye on an EV. Usually they do have EVs and Porygons and that kind of thing at game corners or in that city. So we can go have a look at some of the prizes, see what items and TMs they have as well. And yeah, then we can get to exploring. Okay, in the game corner here, there are tons of coins lying on the floor. So I want you to come and pick them all up, do some exploring. You've got that item finder that directs you. If you look at the top left, there's a little arrow that points you in the direction when you're close to a hidden item, and it turns into a star when it's right in front of you. See how there's tons of coins lying about here. Come and pick them all up. You're probably going to have about 200 coins just from picking up all the ones there. And then if you chat to this guy, he says if you can play these games on the machines, one is called Cloud Burst. If you can earn 3,000 coins, in one day, he'll give you a prize. So I think that's fairly doable because I was playing the game earlier and you can earn about 100 coins on average for every game. So you would only have to play about 30 games to get the 3,000 coins in one day. And sometimes you get 200, sometimes you only get about 60 coins a game, so. But on average, you're earning about 100. So if you come and play 30 games, it might take you a bit of time. But in 45 minutes or so, you should have 3,000 coins and get the prize. We'll definitely come back and do that, possibly in the next video. But as you can see, there were some cool prizes there. You can get EVs, and there were some really cool hold items, but they're all crazy expensive. So we're going to have to try figure a way to get some money. I do want to go through all the items I've picked up, sell everything I don't want and I'm not going to use, and see how much money we have. Here I'm selling a rare bone for 10,000, which is a great deal. Another little trick to do, I do have an amulet coin that I got earlier on. If you get your Pokemon to hold an amulet coin and go to the trainer house in Dresco Town, the guy in the top right of the trainer house, if you just battle him and hold an amulet coin, you get around 10,000 Pokemoney per battle, and you can defeat him fairly easily. So that's a nice little hack. Later on in the game, once you've got all the gym badges, you can actually level up your amulet coin and earn a lot more money that way. But even with it unleveled up, you can make quite a lot of money. And all his Pokemon are dark types, so I recommend having a Pokemon with Dazzle Gleam. It's a fairy type attack that attacks both of that trainer's Pokemon. So if you go there with a strong Pokemon with a strong Dazzle Gleam or fairy attack, you can wipe out his Pokemon, pretty much one-shot them, and you're earning 10,000 Pokemon each time you go out and go back in, and you can just repeat it. So it's a good way to farm some money. You could quite easily rack up 200,000-300,000 Pokemon by doing that. It is time consuming, but that's pretty much the best way I know of for where we are in the game now. So I think I will do that off camera. I will try and rake up some money and get an EV and possibly buy 1 or 2 hold items. The TMs there don't excite me too much, but the items, there's a lot I want, and some of the Pokemon, there's definitely a lot that I want. This guy gives us a mission to go throw the Hayakuma Pokemon, the pink urchin type Pokemon, back into the water that are on the beach. So I think we'll do that later on as well. Right now we're just exploring all the houses and seeing what all there is. This Chimchar will give us an item too, which is quite cool. But I feel like Dehara City is like a major key in the game, just because of the department store and the game corner. Once you've beaten the Dehara Gym Leader, you've pretty much unlocked a lot of the cool stuff in the game. We will be able to use Surf after we have defeated the Dehara Gym Leader. So that just opens up so many more places for us. And yeah, like I said, all the cool Pokemon you can buy from the game corner and all the evolve items from the department store. You can really start catching a lot more Pokemon and training and strengthening them up from this point on. Okay, there is a nice little item hiding here. We got a rare candy near the beach. And this is quite a big city, and I see it is connected here to the KBT Expressway, which I didn't actually know. So that's quite cool. At least we'll get here a lot easier. But now I think we gotta make our way to the gym, try to find the gym, and there is, I believe, quite a confusing puzzle to try reach the gym leader. That is something I like about Unbound, though. Some of the puzzles to get to the actual gym leaders are really quite tricky, but it makes it it's a bit of fun. And I believe the gym leader here is steel and electric type gym leader, but I believe ground attacks are not gonna work. So you can't use like earthquake or any of those strong ground types, unfortunately. So that makes it a bit more challenging. Yeah, no ground type moves at all. So that's what I like about Unbound. Not only are the gym leaders completely different, I like the characters of the gym leaders, and I like the different types. Like when you play Radical Red, it's a really fun, but like Misty's water type, Surge is electric type. It's like the standard procedure, whereas in Unbound, there's just completely new gym leaders. They're all really funny and all different types, so it's quite refreshing to have a game where they've done it so well and nailed it so well, and then also added these little changes, like you can't use certain attacks for certain gym leaders. Just gives it another different dimension to the gym battles, which is really cool. And it just shows how well thought out the creator, he did such a good job. He really thought everything out. And yeah, fantastic game. I can't believe how well made this game is. I don't think any of the games will come close to it for a while. But yeah, we're making our way through the little puzzle. So you've got to first go and flick all these little light bulbs on. I believe there's 3 or 4, and you've got to defeat all the trainers along the way. They are quite tough. I believe I did have to go and heal my Pokemon one time. So I had to go all the way out, heal my Pokemon to come all the way in. But then once you've switched a lot of the light bulbs on, it unlocks a new little area for us to go through here. So the laser is turned off. And we can turn this light bulb on, and then there is a guy to battle after we go across, and this is quite a tough guy. So I just want to let you guys know some of these battles are really hard. Now we're going to make our way back down. We turned on that light bulb. And there is a little trick to it. Okay, here's a Pokeball for us to pick. Okay, it's not a Pokeball, it's actually a Voltorb. I was hoping to encounter some of these. I actually want to catch one of them. But unfortunately, it's used self-destruct. That's the tricky thing about Voltorb and Electrode. They can just use self-destruct at any point. Okay, but now we're going back to the areas that were blocked off previously. Now they're unblocked. And we can make our way back to the beginning. No, you're gonna come back here, and we're gonna actually turn this light bulb off again. So there is a pattern where you have to turn this one off toward the end. That's the little trick to it, I believe. And then we should be able to make our way through the right side. Okay, yes, we can make it through and battle this guy. And there's an item for us to pick up. We did get... Oh, okay, it's not an item, it's another Electrode. Maybe we can catch this one. I hope so, before it uses self-destruct. Okay, we have damaged it a bit, so that's good. And we've used an Ultra Ball, but nope. Unfortunately, we don't catch it, and it used self-destruct. So it looks like no Voltorb or Electrode today. And here we've got another light switch. We're going to turn this one on, and hopefully the other beam is turned off. Okay, yes, this one is. Here's the last trainer, and there's our gym leader, so this is good news. Now, let's get this battle going. The gym leader is called Galavan. And like I said, he is a steel and electric type. But yes, if you're planning to use a lot of earthquake and stuff, ground attacks don't work, so you've got to think of another strategy. His first Pokemon is Bronzong and Alolan Golem, I believe. So... luckily, my Alakazam's got a grass attack, which should be very effective against Golem. And yes, it knocks it out one shot, so that's the start we absolutely need. And then we use Ice Beam on Bronzong, which isn't really effective, but at least we gave it Frostbite. Bronzong has used Trick Room, which changes the speed, so slow Pokemon go fast and fast Pokemon go slow. The next Pokemon they sent out is Escavalier, which is a steel type. So I want to try get Magmortar in against the steel types. I believe Bronzong's also a steel type, so if we can get a fire attack in there, it should cause a bit of damage. And we also got Gyarados back in. So we're gonna try and burn them and possibly use Waterfall. I don't think Bulldoze will even work against the Pokemon in this gym. They've turned off ground attacks. Okay, we've burnt Escavalier from him attacking us, which is good. And yes, our attack has caused a lot of damage against both Pokemon. Bronzong is knocked out from Frostbite. Escavalier's just hanging in there. If Magmortar can get another attack in, then we're well on our way. But his health is looking really low. Maybe we can heal him a bit. I think we should. Okay, we've healed Magmortar. Hopefully he can survive a bit longer. And they sent out a Lantern, which isn't good because that's a water electric. If that attacks my Magmortar, I'm in trouble. And Gyarados is knocked out because both of those Pokemon are electric. He's got a Mega Ampharos as well. So I'm gonna have to try swap in some other Pokemon. Definitely. Okay, so we got Alakazam back in. Oof, and Alakazam just survives the attack. Luckily, Magmortar also survives. Its attacks are damaging both their Pokemon, but not all that much, being a fire type. But luckily, we've burnt Lantern, which is going to help us. He's hanging in by a thread. We're going to try use an Incinerate on both of them. Maybe we need to use another item. I think we need to heal ourselves. Maybe use a Moo Moo Milk. Okay, try heal our Magmortar to keep him going. Oh no, but they also used a potion on Lantern, which isn't great. I thought we finally had him out the way. But his Lantern is still burnt. Okay, what other items do we have here? I think we're running out of potions. We might only have super potions left. Okay, let's revive our Gyarados just to give us a bit more time. Because I think both my Pokemon are going to get knocked out now. Luckily, Alakazam got one Grass Knot in. But yep, Alakazam and Magmortar are out. So we got 4 Pokemon left, 3 with full health. Let's send out Nidoking and Ninetales. Okay, Nidoking can use Poison Tail. Hopefully he can do a bit of damage. And Ice Beam is really effective. But they use another Max Potion on Lantern. We just aren't getting anywhere with Lantern there. Okay, Nidoking takes a heavy blow. We're just hanging in there. We need to try get this Mega Ampharos out. Boom, okay, Ninetales strikes first. Mega Ampharos is out. The Poison Tails are slowly doing damage, but our Nidoking is out. Now, let's send out Electivire. He shouldn't take any heavy damage. He is an electric type. Both their Pokemon are under half health, and it's their final 2 Pokemon, so it's looking quite good for us. We've still got full health and a half health Gyarados. So we're going to use Dazzle Gleam to hit both of them. And Electivire knocked out Escavalier with his Plasma Punch. It looks like we have it. We've got it under the belt. Only Lantern left. He's burnt. We just got to survive. And boom! It was a super tough battle. We got a lot of Pokemoney. And we got our battery badge. Yeah! So we got our 5th gym badge. Our Pokemon can level up to 52. We got Volt Switch. And we are able to use Surf. So he says we've got to go get the goggles from that haka. He said he'll give us the goggles once we've got the battery badge. And that will allow us to explore the deserts. Every game needs the desert to explore. I'm very keen to see what the desert is like. But yeah, let's go get our goggles. There are 2 houses here we didn't explore, so this is actually the creator house. At the bottom there are all the main creators, including Skelly, who actually made the game. So it's pretty cool that they added themselves into the game. Go and have a chat with all of them. But nothing else to do really at the moment. Here's a battle house for you to do some double battles and level up your Pokemon now that we have got a new level cap. But now we're going to get our Go Goggles, and in the next video we're going to explore the Dehara Desert. And there's a whole bunch of Pokemon and battles waiting for us. So thanks very much for watching, guys. We will see you all in the next one.